Boom, we're live. And this is a public service announcement. I did not intend to do this video. However, I have received phone calls from friends, colleagues, associates, people I know. Thankfully, none of them family, but I've received lots of phone calls from people who are on the West Coast. And by now, I suspect everyone knows in Florida and throughout the country that we have a massive Category 5 hurricane, which is bearing down on the West Coast. And this is not even real estate related. So this is just me doing a public service announcement because I got these phone calls because of the things that people who are there are telling me. And I've lived in Florida for 40 plus years. So breaking news, Hurricane Milton, in case you don't know, it's Category 5. It will destroy everything, absolutely everything in its path, period. So please know that. Please understand that. And the reason I'm being so firm about it is I know that's going to happen. And I pray to God that it pivots or lessens or whatever the case may be. But for now, it must be treated like that. If you are in an evacuation zone, get the fuck out now immediately. And I'll give some best practices. If you've watched for a while, you know, and I'll even share this. I'll include links to it, but all the stuff I'm about to share is a day late and a dollar short. If you have not done these things and you're not prepared, you are in real trouble. But nonetheless, I think you can see on my screen, a long time ago, back in, I don't even know when I put these things up, but I've got hurricane preparedness videos. I've got videos talking about hurricanes insurance, and I'm not going to get into the financial aspects or ramifications that a massive hurricane will have on the state of Florida and the insurance owners and citizens insurance and all the things I could go off into the weeds on. I'm not going to do that now. That's not the time. But if you are not, the 10 steps to prepare are probably a little bit too late, but please take action now. But I'll link these in the video down below or in the live stream down below. You can check them out. But more importantly, and this is critical, so hopefully, what am I doing here? So I hope you take it as such. But yesterday, I got 3 phone calls from people that are in or on the West Coast of Florida. One of them recently moved from a different state, bought their dream home, dream lifestyle right on the beach. Beautiful home. These people have resources. They have money. I'm going to keep them anonymous because I don't want to embarrass anybody. But they called me and they asked me some questions. And when they did, I learned that and to be clear, these people have a lot of money, way more money than I have. But they bought a beachfront home that is right in the path, basically ground zero of where this hurricane is going to hit, and they are fucked. They don't seem to know that they are fucked. They disclosed to me that they don't have flood insurance. Now, I don't understand why anybody who has the means, who's decided that they want to live on the ocean in Florida, does not have flood insurance when they're in a flood zone. I don't know how it's even possible that they were able to do that, but somehow they did. And perhaps their thought is that they've got so much money that they can self-insure. But based on their tone while talking to me, I don't think that's true. But that's bad. It only gets worse. Their next thing that they disclosed to me is that they're going to ride out the storm because they're praying and God will protect them. I have total faith and confidence in God. I am certainly a man of faith. I also know that if you are in this storm's way, ain't nobody coming to save you, period. And they can't. Even if they wanted to, they can't. And I won't get into FEMA. I won't get into the government. I won't get into the fact that there's no money for FEMA to be able to stroke a check to the citizens of the United States who need it. They're far more interested in sending money overseas and to other countries. But this is not meant to be political. It's just here to tell you the truth. They don't have money. And $780 is not going to fucking do a thing for you if you're if you are in the way of this disaster which is coming. And that's just statement of fact. So having lived here for over 40 years, I think 43, I've lived through all of the hurricanes that have come through Florida. I'm the last person who takes them seriously. I'm always prepared. I've got all the things and I'm always in a state of readiness. However, I've never had a category 5, and I've heard it's possible that it could be a category 6. This is going to be a 12 to 15 foot storm surge. And if you don't know what that means, because a lot of people don't, it means you're going to have a wall of water that attacks the coast. And that wall of water, which is 16 feet or however big it is basically a wall of concrete. It will have massive destructive impact, massive destructive potential, and it will be disastrous if you're there when it hits. I pray to God it doesn't. I'm not rooting for this. But if you think that it's not what it is, or you think that you don't understand what 15 feet storm surge means, I'm here to tell you what it is. It means you're fucked. Get out immediately. I believe the mayor of Pinellas County, and maybe I'm getting it wrong, she said, leave or die. That's exactly what must happen. Leave or die. Period. So if you don't have insurance, you're not going to be able to get it now. But I'm less concerned about the financial impact. I'm more concerned about your life. Get out now while you can. If you don't, there's not going to be people who are able to help you for a long time. Even if they wanted to, they won't be able to. The storm is that strong, which it's going to disable anybody from being able to help you for a long time. And there's going to be lots of people who need a lot of help. So a disaster is 1000% coming, period. Prepare yourself accordingly. Take it very seriously. What were the next thing? I got two. So that was one call. And then to add insult to injury to them, which again, I'm not going to air anybody's stuff out here. They're going to leave in a Tesla. Well, one, they thought about if they said if they did leave, they were going to leave their Tesla, which is a disaster. That thing is a ticking time bomb. It will blow up. It will likely blow up. I don't know that it will definitely blow up, but you don't want to put yourself at risk by leaving your underinsured home that is in the wall of or in the path of this destructive force with an electric car that's likely to, that's, again, I don't own a Tesla, so I don't know how guaranteed it is or certain it is that it will blow up, but I would say the odds are pretty high, and you definitely don't want to leave a ticking time bomb in front of this disaster of high winds, high water, high everything. It's not going to be good. So if you have a Tesla and your plan is to leave, move the effing car, period. Don't leave it next to your house. Find some place where you can store it, where it will be safe, where it will be dry. I know that there are a lot of multi-level parking lots, public parking lots, even private parking lots that are being made available for people to park their cars. Go find the highest one you can, park your car, and pray to God it's safe. It stays safe, doesn't blow up. But don't think that while you're driving in that Tesla that you're not going to be in trouble if the roads are flooded. Because, and again, I don't know enough about Tesla to be able to talk with certainty about anything. I've got a Raptor. It's high. It will drive over most things. But you're in trouble. That car is probably subject to significant risk. What's up, Johnny Midas? Greetings to you too. I hope you are not in the storm path at all. And anybody who is, please, I hope you take this very seriously, because this is not my normal subject matter. This is because I was triggered by these 3 phone calls. So I don't think Tesla is your best option. And also, if you're planning on evacuating, do it immediately, because the people that I talked to said they're going to wait. They're going to wait till the last minute. And because it is possible, the storm could move directions. It could pivot. It could lessen. It could strengthen. I don't know what's going to happen. And all of that cone of death, spaghetti model bullshit, I don't have a lot of faith in. But you need to take this seriously and govern yourself accordingly. If you are in, Mark James, thank you so much. I'm doing what I can, right? It's probably not that much, but yeah, take this very fucking seriously. And I'm using strong language for a strong reason. This is unlike anything I've ever experienced. The closest thing that I've ever experienced to this did not hit me directly, but I got to see what the damage was like. When Hurricane Andrew hit Homestead, it destroyed everything. Everything. There were so many people who were displaced. Um, we had an overflow of kids, children, school-age children that had to be bused to my high school because their high school was blown to smithereens. It didn't exist anymore. And that was the best option back then. But that hurricane hit an area where the homes were not structurally reinforced the right way. They were mobile homes, and now they don't even call them mobile homes. What do they call them? They're fucking cars. I don't care what they call them. If you're in a mobile home, you are fucked when a hurricane comes. So if you're in something that is suboptimal and not rated for hurricanes, you're in trouble. Proceed with caution immediately, and get out of harm's way. Take everything you have that is of value to you, take it with you. Now, best practice right now, if you must leave or you think that your home is in jeopardy, take your phone right now and record everything in your home. Make a home tour video and highlight everything. All of your valuables you want to document in video. So your jewelry, your documents, everything of value, financially or otherwise, you want a record of. And you can obviously do better than what I'm describing right now, but at minimum, right now, before you leave, take a video of everything of value and the condition of everything in your home of value, and even anything that has anything to do with your home and property. Record it, document it, make sure you've got this video because you're going to need it at some point in the future. God forbid this thing hits the way I think it's going to. All right, so that I think I covered pretty much all the bases here, and I don't intend for this to be a very long video. What's up, B-Bolo? What's up, Russell Neil V in his house? All right, so, and chatting with Alice. Alice, did I get that right? Well, I thank you all for watching. It means a lot. Share this video, and this is not. Normally, I'm saying share the video because I want to get more viewers and more. I want the channel to grow. At this point, I don't care about any of that. I just want people to be safe, and I want them to stay alive. I can't control what's going to happen to your house or your property or anything else, but I can ensure that you take this message very seriously and govern yourself accordingly. B-Balla, I'm in Miami Beach. I'm so glad it's not coming here. Yeah, well, it's not coming here yet, but just know that at some point it will. And when it does, I can promise you it will be very bad. And Fort Lauderdale will be underwater. Miami will be underwater. I'm out west. I'm more protected than most. It's not a flood zone, but everybody will be fucked if a massive Category 5 hurricane hits us anywhere in Florida. And right now we know it's coming to the West Coast. So govern yourself accordingly. All right, so I'll wrap this up. Got 2 other phone calls from friends that are in that area. Both of them seem to think that this one was different and seemed to think that they were immune from the consequences of it. And both of them seem to think that, like many of the other hurricane drills that we've had, which again, I take ownership of, I don't take these things seriously until the last minute either. But it's also because I didn't believe that we were being hit with a Category 5. A Category 5 hurricane is going to kill you and me. So I would operate with a different set of urgency, a different set of principles. I would get the fuck out as quickly as possible and make my friends and family do the same thing. I would take them with me. So getting back to their conversation, both of them seem to think that this was a party, seem to think that they're going to stock up on booze and, maybe they'll lose power for a little bit, but it will be a hurricane party. And hurricane parties are fun when you don't get a hurricane. They're not fun if you do get a hurricane. And so I gave them the best advice I could, which is the same advice I'm giving everybody right now, which is if you are at risk at all, leave now. And don't wait till the last minute, because if you do, you're going to be stuck in traffic, the likes of which you've never seen before. Because just like I talked about, and I will relate this back to the real estate market, by the time you read about it in the Wall Street Journal, it's way too late to get involved. So if you're thinking about selling because you're in financial pressure, chances are that's when everyone else is feeling the same financial pressure. That's when you're going to see all the listings hit the market, which will drive the market prices lower. There will be an abundance of people who are in financial distress that must sell all around the same time. Great if you're thinking about buying, not great if you're thinking about selling. But this has nothing to do with that. This is just the same concept. There's going to be a lot of folks who think that this isn't going to impact them. They're going to wait till the last minute. They're going to weather the storm. They're going to be tough guys. They're going to soldier on. They're going to bunker down. They're going to have a party. They're prepared. And when it's too late for them to really take action optimally, I suspect lots of them all at the same time are going to hit the road. And the last place you definitely don't want to be in the storm's way. You also definitely don't want to be on the highway stuck in traffic when this thing comes through. So govern yourself accordingly, do whatever is right for you. And I pray to God that people take this seriously. There will be certainly financial consequences to the state, to those housing markets, to lots of other things. We can talk about that some other time. I am working with some people that are on the West Coast so that I have access to the same type of data that I have here, and I can do real-time market updates like like everybody seems to enjoy. So I will be able to give you transparent analysis of what's happening in real time as we move forward. That's obviously not what we're going to talk about today. Today has nothing to do with that. It's about preserving your life, preserving your liberty, preserving your freedom, and please, for the love of God, take this seriously, because I don't care about anything else right now. I just want you to stay alive and have and your future to be bright. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Shouts out to everybody who is leaving real-time comments. Please share this video to anybody who you know who is in harm's way and thinks they're not, because Hurricane Milton will destroy everything. All right. Love you guys. Stay safe. I'll be praying for everybody. God bless. Good luck. And I'll see you on the next live stream very soon. Peace.